All right, looks like a lot's on his way in. So these are the questions we're going to be covering.
All right. Can you hear me?
Hey, Lad, how's it going? Yeah, can you hear me?
Hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, man. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Good.
Okay. Oh, good, good. You already put that there. Okay. So I have the big screen in front of me, and I'm using the phone to talk and hear you. All right. So just a quick. First of all, I really appreciate your work, and I'm joining every morning, and just you're doing a great job and explaining everything, and even though you're repeating, I like it because it helps. Like that's what I'm trying to say. The fact that you're repeating the strategies again and again, it helps a lot.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
yeah, it's all repetition. The more and more that you hear it,
yeah,
the more that you see it, it's going to be so much easier for you to identify as time goes
e-
on.
exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like for me, it probably could have been problem if I were you, right? And I need to explain the same thing. It's not my personality. It could be hard, but you do it excellent. So thank you for that. Um, all right. Now, the goal is this. I want to start, trading. Whether I'm going to do paper trading first, whether I'm going to start with one account first and then the copier, but I want to freaking start, submit the order. That's my goal, like next week, So Monday morning, it, by the way, means just, usually I wake up at 5:45, but if you really want to be sharp and ready, I need to be in front of the computer. So I'm going to wake up even earlier because you know what I mean, like get all the stuff done and then sharp and ready. Because as you know, right, the first few minutes could be I could miss the whole day if I'm missing the first 5 minutes, right? When we go for the orbs, right? So because up until today, I allowed myself, getting coffee, not anymore because now, if I need to so just that's my goal, and yeah, and it's not that I'm gonna use my eight account right away and boom. Uh, I might start with paper trading maybe first, and then maybe just one account, and then the copier, right, on all the account.
Yeah,
Makes sense, right?
yeah, no, definitely, 100%. Yeah, like you said, you're already realizing that you have to get up early and be ready to go, once it hits 6:30. Even myself, I typically will wake up around like, 5:45, 6 o'clock around there. But lately I've been waking up earlier, like 5 o'clock, so I could, like you said, make coffee early on, so I'll be ready to go and then have everything set up by the time the market opens. So that's good that
Yes,
you're getting into the routine of getting up early because the more alert you are and the more ready you are, the better you are once market opens up for like the orb or the breakout.
exactly. The orb, you need to be. I remember, and yeah, you need to be super sharp because it can pass, and then that's it. Sometimes, and you know that better than me. Sometimes that could be your whole week. This orb in the morning, and if you're not ready, right, that could be like we had this week, right? There wasn't too many chances, opportunities. So
Exactly. Yeah, the choppy market this week, it was like it was either you're going to miss the orb or you're going to get into it. And luckily this week, we didn't really get caught up with it too much. So it's okay. Sometimes we're gonna have weeks like this that are choppy and the entries are not going to come up. But if we compare it to like last week or the week before that, the orbs happen so fast within the first couple of minutes that if you're not ready, the market will leave you leave you behind.
exactly. And so let me tell you just quickly where I'm at. I listened again to both of our sessions, and I understand everything, but again, repetition, repetition, repetition. Like for example, I'm still month away until I'd be able to see imbalances like you do, as an example, right? But
Um,
that's why I it's why I have you. So So that's one. The second thing, I actually went to your portal and I start listening there, and I learned some new things, and I'm still want to go over. Like I went all over the trading view, and and then I started the Ninja Trader that you have there. You know, the video about the Ninja
Module.
Trader,
Yeah.
and it's I'm actually proud of myself. You might sound it might sound be fun stupid to you, but here's the thing. Once I started looking at you, I'm like, damn, my configuration doesn't look like it. And I had in Ninja Trader and everything. So I had to dig and reading all their emails. And to be honest, things have changed since even in their instructions to today. But I was able to figure out. And now maybe I'll share my screen later on, but now because I want you to see now my Ninja Trader, I can see on my account where I couldn't see before. You know, I had to go to all those crazy settings, you know, and Um, like I watched their video of Apex that explain how to do it, and I'm listen, man, I'm a technical guy, but it's not trivial. You
It's
need to go,
confusing. Yeah.
yeah, you need to know how to which settings to go to, and then, for example, for the vendor that we use, they don't have a predefined, whatever they call it, provider or vendor. You need to choose Ninja Trader and then to put the user and password, whatever. The good news is that now, like a magic, I see all my 8 accounts in Ninja Trader appear, meaning I'm ready. I still don't know how to use Ninja Trader. That's what we're gonna do today, but I think I'm ready there. My trading view is also I have your obviously your indicators and all that. So now these are the questions that I have. Some of them I already maybe know the answer, but still, so it might be faster. But yeah, I want to make sure that I understand and ready for this next week. All right.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely. I'm glad you set up questions because this makes the meeting more efficient, right? So you make sure we don't miss anything and we knock everything out in order, of course. So
Yeah.
yeah, let's see. So let's start off with your first question. So first, you want to go over important indicators in TradingView, right? So basically, the ones that I use on the daily basis. There's a lot of tools that you can use, and they're all useful, but it just kind of depends on like what you want to use versus what I use, right? Because what you can see is useful could be not as useful to me anymore because I'm looking for something very specific, but something that I use could also not be useful to you because it could be kind of, repetitive basically, like when we're identifying the trend. But overall, the tools are useful altogether. If you can see through the mess on your chart, it's all going to be useful to some extent. So let's
Yeah.
see.
And I'm focusing just on your. By the way, I saw, for example, in the video that you explain on Trading View, and you go over the tools, and you mentioned, but I'm not using it. I'm not using it. So I've I've seen that. I'm good. I just want to focus on what you are using. That's my
Yeah,
goal.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And that's going to be a lot better because you'll know exactly what's important and what's not important. So let's go over here to my main chart, because the main chart will pretty much show you everything that I'm using for the most part. So let's start off with all the tools that I have on my chart. We'll start off with the first one. The first one is going to be the high-low indicator. That's going to be right here where these labels are with these highs and lows. And you're familiar with that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So that's the first one. Uh,
But show me just quickly how do you turn it on and off?
sure. Yeah. So if you want to put it on your chart, you would go over to your indicators, you go to your invite only, you go
Yeah.
over to your K2 high low, you click on that, and then it'll be on your chart.
Okay.
So that's how you would add that to your chart. The next indicator on the chart that I would say would be very useful would be the pivots indicator. So the pivots indicator are going to be these lines here, these four lines. As you know, this is identified, or it's used to identify the trend and pivot bounces. To add this tool to your list, you'll go to your indicators, invite only, and it'll be the K2 pivots. So that's going to be that one. The next one that we use is the momentum indicator. So the momentum indicator is going to be these vertical blocks here that go up and down. So these green ones and these red ones. Obviously, this is going to identify the direction of momentum wherever price is moving. And to add this one to your chart, you're going to go back to your indicators, invite only scripts, and then it'll be right here under Cody Kai momentum.
Ah, all right.
Yeah, so that's going to be that one. Um, the next one is going to be the trend meter down below. So the trend meter down below here, this is going to identify the overall trend, depending on what settings you have it set to. When you add it to your chart, you'll go to your indicators, invite only scripts, and it'll be the Kodikai trend meter down here below. So to add, after you add that, make sure that you go to your settings here and you have this changed to chart because it's going to be set to, if you set to default, it's going to be set to these time settings. This is what the overall is if you're looking at the long-term direction. But because you're going to be trading in the morning only for that hour and a half, you want to have it set to chart so that you can see what's happening during this time. You don't really care what's going to happen 4 hours later, right? Because you're only trading for an hour and a half. That's why you're going to go here to the settings and set it to chart.
So thank you. Now, to be honest, I'm not familiar with this indicator. How do I read it?
Yeah, so it's self-explanatory of like what it's called. It's called to the K2 trend meter. The trend meter identifies the direction of trend. So when the trend meter is green, this means price is trending up. When the trend meter is red, that means price is trending down. When the trend meter is blue, this means that price is consolidating sideways. So the colors just signify the direction of price. Again, over here, if you go over here a little closer, let's just go. This is from this morning, right? 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock price was going up. The trend meter is green, right? Because this identifies a bullish trend. And then you can see over here, the trend meter started turning blue. This means that the trend was shifting from bullish to neutral. And then over here, it started turning red, right? If you look over here, price started coming down. So it already signified that price was going to shift right here, which is at this red candle. And then from there, price started coming down very heavily. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So the trend meter is yet another confluence, right? Because we
Yes.
have other indicators that do the same kind of.
Exactly. Yeah. So like I said earlier, there's going to be some indicators that you'll see and they might seem repetitive, but if you're okay with having it on your chart and at an extra confluence, then I would say use it, but you don't need to because you do use the pivots over here already to identify the trend. So the pivots are used to identify the trend, and the trend meter is also used to identify the trend. It just gives you two confluences.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so that is that indicator. The next indicator that we have on here is going to be the sessions indicator. So with the sessions indicator, it's going to be this red line, this purple line, this green line, this purple line, this red line, and this green line right here. The red
Oh, okay.
lines, yeah, the red lines are going to identify the session high lows for London session. London session is between midnight and around, I believe, 7 o'clock. So that's the London session. That's when the London market's open. Obviously, that for us, that's midnight, but in London, that's morning because they're on an opposite time zone. So with them, this just identifies where their session high and their session low is. You can see how price respects the session high for each session, and that's why we look at it. We use this indicator to identify areas of manipulation. Because typically, what happens with price is they tend to push to these areas, and then they bounce off those areas. So whenever we're taking a trade, we typically don't want to take trades that are at the sessions, right? So like, for example, here, if we're looking for a buy entry, we might want to think twice about taking a buy entry here because the sessions is there. And like I mentioned, whenever price gets near the sessions, it tends to manipulate. So price will get to that area and then it'll reject directly off it. So again, this is a confluence. This is not mainly to identify trades. This is to identify when to avoid trades. So when to sit out of the market.
Oh, so all right, all right. So yeah, I see what you're saying because um the price tends to bounce off those lines, and we don't want because okay, here's the thing. Back when back in the days, we used to do the opposite. So if I'm just telling you, just so why I'm changing my mindset. Opposite means if the stock was going up, then we were looking to where there's gonna, and maybe that's what you call sweep. I'm not sure because we're gonna talk about it too. But the strategy back then was to find the turning point and then make a move. So if a day, I don't know, Tesla going up, we were shortening. It's the other way, that's how the mindset was. And if it's go down, we will look to long it because we were looking for when it's gonna bounce the opposite. But your strategy is not like this. Your strategy is you want to go with the trend. If the market going up, right, we're gonna look for buys, right? And So, and that's why you want to avoid those levels, those sessions, because the price over there, they might do something different, right? Like you said, bounce either up or down, and we don't want to be close to it, right? Is that a true
Exactly.
understanding?
Yeah, 100%. You hit it right on. So for us, if we're trading with the trend, we want to trade in the direction of the trend, but we don't want to trade at the sessions because, like you said, when price gets near that point, it reverses. However, if you're trading the sweep strategy, the liquidity sweep, that's where it would make sense. So, because the sweep is basically what you just mentioned. You're looking for reversals. Um,
Exactly.
yeah, reversals are good, but they're not always going to be correct, right? I'm sure you've traded for extended amount of time where you saw that it would work sometimes. But if you were to do the journaling and you followed it long enough, you would see that most of the time price goes with the trend then against it most of the time. So yeah, there's ways to trade it that way. That's why, like for me personally, I don't really follow the liquidity sweeps as much. I'll use it as a confluence, or if I do take a sweep, I'll take it in the direction of the trend, right? So for example, like the trend is bullish right here, right? So if the trend
Hmm.
is bullish, say for example, if it retraces back to, say, a session right here, then I would take a sweep to the upside because it's going in the direction of the trend, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So sweeps are still good, and I still would take sweeps, but I wouldn't take sweeps in the opposite direction. I'll typically take sweeps with the trend. Same with like this over here. See how price broke below the sessions right here?
yeah, 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 yeah.
If it was to retest it again like it did right here, then yeah, I would take a sweep right there for a sell,
Got you,
but not necessarily for a buy.
got you, got you. So,
Yeah.
by the way, I'm just curious. The other Sam that you mentioned on the call today, he's taking those kind of sweeps.
Yeah, he's taking those kind of sweeps, the sweeps that are in the direction of the trend. So he'll look for like what I just mentioned right here, like how price broke below the structure. He'll look for it to retrace up and then he'll take the sweep with the trend, usually. Sometimes he'll take it against it, but if he takes it against it, he's going for a very tight move, only like 10 points, like this much.
And sweep is 1 to 1.
It depends on like what you want to set it to. You usually we would set it to the same thing that we would normally do. 40-20. But if you're going against the trend, you probably wouldn't want to go for 40 points, right? Because it's probably not going to hit because 40 points is so far out. So everybody does it differently. For me, I would still use the same risk that I typically use for any other trade. Or if I want to do a 1-to-1, I would base it off the ATR. So for example, if the ATR down here is like 20, then I would go like 20-20 for a 1-to-1. Because the thing is, like I mentioned earlier, the sweeps aren't going to be very like they're not going to push for very long. They're usually a quick bounce, right? Like you'll see price, it'll come to the sweep, bounce off it, and then go back in the proper direction. So
So
there's no set TP stop loss rate. Everybody does it differently. Some people do 1-to-1, some people do 1-to-2, some people do negative. So it's like
oh,
up to your preference. I don't trade the sweep very much, so if I was to trade it, I would still do a 1-to-2. I would do 40-20, but then I wouldn't necessarily hold it for the full 40. Sometimes I'd move with stop loss and profit, or I'd get out early because I don't expect it to hold for too long.
got you. Why did you mention the ATR in this case? Why is it important?
The ATR because you're looking for a quick bounce, right? So if you're looking for a sweep, you're looking for it to bounce off the level, right? So if you're looking for it to bounce off the level, you want to know the average of what each candle size is. Because if it's going to be a quick bounce, you're only going to have the size of one candle. So if the ATR is, like, for example, if I go back over here and see the ATR is 30, you're not going to be holding on to the sweep for like 20 minutes. You're going to try to get in and out within a few seconds, if not a minute. That's why you want to base it off the ATR because the ATR is the average of each candle.
You know what? That's why I didn't understand. So I didn't. I'm now realizing I didn't understand what ATR means. I thought it's just a kind of volume, but it's not. It's not. It's so. Let's make sure I understand. It's per candle.
Yes, so ATR stands for average true range. Whatever you have the settings set to, the default settings is 14 candles. So what the ATR does is it calculates the previous 14 candles. So for example, right here, see how this candle is the first one? If you go back 14 bars, what it does is it calculates these bars and it gives you the average of the 14 bars. So, whatever happened 14 minutes ago, that's probably what's going to happen on the next candle. So if the ATR is set to 30 right here, that means that the average of the candles that move is 30 points. Does that make sense?
Got you. Okay, so it's okay. Yeah, 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 man. you know, I'm telling you, every session we have, then when I see your live session, I'm a different person because I understand more. I thought it's just a kind of a volume, but it's not a volume of liquidity. It's the average. Let's call it the average candle size for the past 40. So
Yeah,
then, yeah. So like you said, if the ATR is very low, you don't want to do 2040, let's say, right?
exactly. Like if the ATR is 40, then okay, great, because you're gonna bounce, it's gonna bounce off the session or whatever level, and it'll go 40 points. But if it's only 30, or like, today was high ATR. Normally it's like 20. So if the ATR is 20, this is what might happen. Like, well, I'll show you an example. So just say for example, we're having a bounce here and you're going for 40, 20, right? This is what happens a lot of times because if the ATR is too low, it'll bounce off it, it'll go and profit 20 points, and then it will reverse back down, right? That happens a lot. So that's
Hmm.
why you want to base it off the ATR because what you're looking for is you're just looking for that quick bounce. Fill your order, bounce, hit your target, and then you're out
Yeah.
before it turns against you.
All right. All right. So yeah, that's why. Okay. Okay. I got it. That's why I'm telling you, I'm sticking to your strategy. This is years of experience and
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right.
Yeah, a lot of people they like to use volume, but I think the ATR makes more sense because the ATR is showing you what the market's actually doing at this time, right? Because the volume, the volume could spike. If I add a volume indicator on here, it's not going to make sense to follow volume because let's say
Exactly. It's completely not volume. This is the candle movement. It's not about volume. I thought it's about volume.
yeah, yeah, it's the actual candle movement. Because if you look over here, a lot of
Yeah.
people they always say look for the high volume, right? But there's always going to be high volume in the open, and then it's going to get
Hmm.
kind of flat. So it's not really as useful versus using the ATR because the ATR tells you what the actual movement is, not like what each candle is doing, but it shows you what the average is of the previous candles. Because like what happened 14 minutes ago, it's likely to continue happening, right? Like it's not going to change. You're not all of a sudden going to go from like an average of 20 points or 30 points, and then it's going to jump. Now it's every candle is 60 points. You just have the spike of volume here on open, like maybe a huge candle, and then the rest are average size. Yeah.
Got you. So how do you, if we mentioned ATR, how do you add it to the graph?
Yeah, so to add this one down here, you're going to go to your indicators. You'll go over here to the invite only scripts. You'll turn on the K2 trailing stop. And then when you click on that there, you'll go to your settings over here. You'll go to, so this is what I mentioned earlier. The average is 14. You can change it to whatever you like. Like say, for example, if the market is like so very spiky, right? It just keeps spiking everywhere. Then you might want to make it a little tighter. Like say, for example, every 4 candles or every 8 candles, it's spiking very quickly. Then, okay, maybe change this to 8 or change it to 10. But the average is 14 because, usually when you measure 14 candles, that's going to be a good sample of like what the actual average is versus and you'll experience this along the time because you were trading with me during April or May when the tariff news came out. But when the tariff news came out, man, the market was crazy. It wasn't moving like this, like smooth move. It was moving like 80 points every candle.
Yeah.
So the ATR we had to adjust it a little bit to adapt with that type of market so that we can see what's happening right then and there. Because if we did a 14 average, it would average out all of the candles, but then you'll have like a few candles that are like 100 points, 80 points, 60 points, and then you have like one small 20 points, and you wouldn't get an actual like solid number.
So
So
you reduced it, right?
exactly, yeah. So like
Yeah.
let's use this for example. So see right here we have the average at 14, right? Let's go over here to the indicator again. And let me change this to like 5, right? Just the most recent 5 candles. And then see, it doesn't really adjust that much. So it doesn't really make it too crazy. But let's see, if I go over here and I'll go to like where the candles were very volatile. Okay, so see right here, the ATR is 45 because I'm only measuring the most recent 5 candles. If I change this back to 14, see the average is different. It's very different. It's 29 if you do the previous 14. But if the market is moving very volatile and you set it to 5, it'll give you the average is now different. So right here it's at 29. If I change this to 5 candles, the average is now 45. See the difference?
Yeah, of course, because the average, yeah.
Yeah, so the average of the most recent candles. The market's not very volatile like that. I mean, it might be at some point, like later on, if we have more tariff news or if, the interest rate news comes out or anything like that. But it was for a short period of time. It was maybe for like a month, maybe 2 months. The market was like that, very, very irregular, very random. Now it's pretty average. So you can just leave it at 14. So you would add the trailing stop indicator, you would go to your settings, and then what you would do next is you would go over here to where it says ATR location. For me, I like to have it in the bottom center. You can place
Hmm.
it wherever you like. Like if you like it better on in a different area, you can do that. But I like it better in the bottom center. You can always do like top right if you want it up here, wherever you want to set it, top center.
Got you.
For me, it's easier.
Uh, yeah, that's why I got confused because volume usually is at the bottom. That's why. Anyhow, by the way, why do you call it trailing stop?
So this indicator wasn't meant for the ATR. This indicator is meant for a trailing stop. So if you turn the when you first add the indicator, go to your style, and you'll have to turn these two settings off. Trailing stop uh for long positions and trailing stop for a short position. So the reason why it's called trailing stop is because the way that this strategy would work is this is meant for like longer hold trades. There was a time period where I was looking for longer trades to hold because I didn't want to be, getting in and out of trades quickly. I wanted to just hold the position. So the way that this indicator, well, the reason I created this was, say for example, you enter right here for a buy, right? So let me just replay to this candle here. Yeah, just say for example, you entered a buy right here, right? The trailing stop tool is where you're going to be trailing your stop from. So this would tell you where your stop loss should be. So your stop loss, you'd basically have an open target and your stop loss would be right here where the trailing stop is at. So like whenever the price moves, see how the trailing stop moves up? That's where you would
Hmm.
move the stop closer. So as price continues to climb high,
Ah, uh-huh.
yeah, and then you just move it higher. Now you've guaranteed profit, and then it moves higher from there. And then now your stop loss is, right here. So that's what it's meant for. If you want to do these long-term trades, that you can use this tool. I just don't do it anymore because I got tired of, being on the chart. Because if you're doing this, you have to follow it. You have to be watching the chart for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make a lot of profit doing this, but like for example, it just keeps moving, and then as it moves higher, then you just wait for it to come down and then stop you out. So for example, it would stop me out like right here. And yeah, you would make some profit on this, but this would take so much time because you have to be on the screen watching this. And it's the same thing. It's 40 points. I'd rather just go for the 40 points right away than have to trail it. But if you want to swing trade, like we're going to get to that question later. If you want to swing trade at some point with stocks or whatever you want to trade, this tool would be useful because you can just ride the wave basically. You ride the trade and you don't pull out with the target, but you just trail it with your stop. So this is useful for other things, but not for our day trading. That's why for me, I take off the actual trailing stop because I don't use it for my trading in the mornings.
I got you. But then when you change the style, then you get the ATR. That's interesting.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So, well, the ATR is always there if you turn it on.
Ah, got
So,
you.
so,
Okay.
yeah, so it might be off, but if you show ATR here, then you can turn it on. Now
Got you.
it goes. And then if you turn the style on, it'll have the lines there, but you don't need the line.
Okay.
It's going to make the chart kind of messy.
So, just for my curiosity, is that your indicator or was it available from TradingView, the trading stuff?
It's my indicator. That's why it says K2 on it. It's K2 trailing stop.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's the Cody one. Okay.
Yeah, so it'd be yeah, K2 before the company used to be called K2 Trades, but we changed it to Cody Kai Trades. Just spelled out. I got into what is it? Um a trademark lawsuit because I trademarked the name K2 Trades, but there was this big hedge fund that had a similar name. They were called K2 Advisors. It was a big
Uh-huh.
and it was like it was a Trump company basically, So they sued me.
Wow.
We went to court for a long time. We were back and forth for a year. I spent so much money fighting them and I keep beating like I'd win the case, but then they sue me for something else. They just want to basically burn me for money until I give up. And that's basically what happened. It got to a point where I spent like, six figures in just in lawyer fees to keep fighting this case
Wow.
every year. So at that point, I was like, okay, whatever, take the name K2, and I changed it to Cody Kai, which is just spelled out.
All
So
right.
you'll see the tools here. The tools are going to have K2 on it because that's what the company used to be called before. But we rebranded as Cody Kai, which is the same thing. It's just spelled out versus
Yeah.
K2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great. Anything else that you use?
I think that's it. The other tool here that you also asked about would be the screener right here. This screener,
Yes, yes.
yeah, so this isn't my screener. This is another tool. It's based off Lux Algo. It's another company that I'm familiar with. I don't think it's really necessary. I mean, if you want it, you can get it. It's not cheap, so that's why I don't really tell people about it as much. Because I'm already having it on my chart in the morning, so you can just look at mine. In the future, if you want to take your own trades or you want to have your own analysis, you can always get it. But I just don't think it's really necessary. It's necessary for me because it helps with our analysis during the live session. But I think for an individual trader, it's not really, it's kind of overkill, right? It's just a
Okay.
little extra. So I'm looking to reverse engineer this tool and then create my own. So right now, that's
Oh,
why
awesome.
that's why I got this tool here so that I can see how it's used and how it's calculating, the ratings and stuff, so that I can build my own logic and then create my own screener so I can share with you guys.
Okay. All right. Okay. Good to know. So I'm not worried about that. My next question was actually, you know what? If we are in this subject, how do you set? Because I want to talk about the paper trading, but in a minute,
Mhm.
I'm changing the order. How do you when you have all those windows that you see the time frames? So it's a separate tab. Is that how you do it?
Yes. So I have a separate tab here. If you look on top, I have my tab with the 6 time frames here. This is to identify overall trend.
How do I create? I'll do it myself, but how do we create this multiple time frames?
Yeah. So to do this, it'll typically have one chart, like it'll look like this. So
Ah,
to have 6 charts, you're going to click on this box right here. It says layout setup. And then you'll have
yes.
different options here. I have it set to 6 right here, so it has 6 boxes.
And then you change the time zone,
Yeah.
the time
Frame.
frame.
Yeah, so I'll have it set to 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, and 4 hour. This just gives me a general idea of like how the market's moving, right? I have the lower time frames here, 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, so I can see how the market's moving within these time frames. And then these are considered the higher time frames, 30 minute, 1 hour, and 4 hour. So this will show me what's happening within the first, within 15 minutes from now. And then this will show me what's going to be happening within 4 hours from now. So this is just
Yeah,
to give us, an overall understanding of the trend because, you know, again, this might not be necessary for everybody, but for me, I like having an idea because the thing is, if everything is bullish, right? Like if everything is showing that price is going up, the odds are price is going to continue going up, or vice versa. If everything's showing that price is going down, I want to know that price is going down so that I can trade in that direction.
perfect. What do you have at the bottom? Those red,
Oh
green
yeah, okay,
line.
yes. Yeah, so this here is called the momentum divergence. So if you go over here to your invite only scripts, you'll go over here, it's called Kodikai momentum divergence. This tool, I mean, it's a really useful tool. It's just the thing is I didn't want to have so many things on my chart, so I took it off. It used to be down here, but I took it off because I wasn't really using it very much. So with this tool right here, this is going to identify when price is diverging. So like when price is shifting from going upwards to downwards. So for example, here, you'll see in the course, there's a strategy called momentum divergence. That's what this tool was created for. Like for example, here, see how we're in an upwards trend? See how price is above the pivots and the trend meter is green? So in this situation, you're going to be looking for buys, right? The way that this momentum divergence will work is, let me replay over here. So see how the divergence here is indicating that price is going down right now,
Mm-hmm.
but the overall trend is bullish. So you're looking for price to go back up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Following the divergence right here, you're looking for this to cross back over. So right here, the red divergence is over the green one, but as soon as the green one goes back above the red one, see right there, it's still red above the green.
Mm-hmm.
See right here how the red is now above the green
Yeah.
down here. So for that specific strategy, when you see that there, that's where you would enter your buy, and then you'd ride that up.
Yeah. So yeah. So it shows you when the price change back to the overall bias, right? I guess
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. It'd be the short-term divergence. So like the divergence is
short
based,
term. Yes.
yeah, short-term, because this is going to be the long-term, right? You have the overall trend, but the divergence down here is going to show you how price is kind of flipping back and forth on a quicker scale, basically.
All right.
Yeah, so this is useful too. I mean, if you want to use it, I keep it on this chart with the trend because it's easy to look at, right? So if you like for this, I can just kind of see everything is bullish, price above the pivots, trend meter green, pivots angling up, and then I look at the divergence down below very quickly. So it's useful. If you want to have it on your chart, you can add it to your main chart too. I just don't really use it very much, so that's why I took it off.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
good. We covered that too. Okay, connecting trading view to an account. I think I know how to do it. I'm not sure if well, I might want to do it for the paper trading,
Yeah.
right? For the practicing.
Yeah.
So you,
Yeah, if you want to set it up right here on TradingView, you'll just go down to your trading panel right here, and then you'll click paper trading, which is going to be
yeah,
the first one. You click
yeah.
connect, and then you'll have your paper trading there, and then you can take trades directly on TradingView.
Okay, all right. And then if I want to connect it, go back. I'm sorry to I mean disconnect. So go back to the control center. Yeah, trading panel. So if I want to tradovate, right?
Mhm.
I can do that too. It, right, and then it will connect me. Do you even use that option to trade from TradingView?
I have it logged in, so like whenever you see me taking a trade, you'll see my trade active on the chart because it's logged in, but I don't enter the trade on here. I do all my executions on NinjaTrader.
Okay, so you know what? Okay, don't worry about it.
Yeah, yeah, it's just
I
for practice. Like the paper trade on account on here is if if you're just practicing, it would make sense. But like going to your other question here, so you're asking about how to set the trailing stop. You can't do that on TradingView. You have to do it on NinjaTrader. So like a lot of this stuff, you can't. It just wouldn't be useful on TradingView. TradingView is good to practice on, but for me, I don't execute trades on here because you don't have all the functions. Like you're not going to have a trailing stop. You're not going to have the ATM feature. It's it's very limited with what you can do in comparison to using NinjaTrader.
okay, yeah. So I'm gonna forget about that. But sometimes I like to do what you do on the graph and just to expand myself. And I think I know how to do it already. But when you show your trade with a green and red uh, section.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
so well,
with
yeah.
estimation tool. Yeah. So
So
to set that up, you'll go over here right at it'll say forecasting and measurement tools,
mhm.
and there'll be long position
Yes,
and short position.
I saw it in your video. That's how. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
saw it
So
in your
so, so
video.
for me, I have it with the star set up here for the favorites, and then it shows up in my toolbar up here.
Yeah, I did that too.
Yeah.
After watching your videos. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to have all the tools that you use all the time right here, so you don't have to go click for it. It'll just be easier access.
And then you can, if I want to see the trade, I can, just like what you do, add it to the graph, and then you can see the bars while Ninja Trader is actually running the.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah. So what you would do is you would log into your Tradovate here so that you can see the trades live on your trading view. So when you do enter your trades on NinjaTrader, it's going to show the lines, right? It'll show like your entry here. It'll probably be like a blue line. It'll say this is like your entry, and then it'll have like another line up here, which is going to be like your target, and that'll probably be like green.
oh, how Ninja Trader is connected?
Uh, so you would have to so you haven't enabled it yet? Is that what you're asking?
I'm not, I don't remember. Is there a way to enable Ninja Trader to talk to TradingView?
So you've logged into this right before with the Tradovate, or you haven't logged in yet?
Yes, yeah, I
Okay.
think I did.
Oh yeah, so that's how you would do it. You would log in. So that's how it would show up on your screen.
Got you, got
Yeah.
you, got
Yeah.
you, got
Yeah, because
you.
if you log into here, whatever happens, it doesn't matter if it's on this platform or NinjaTrader, it's going to show up on this screen. Like if you enter a position,
Got you.
it's gonna show up, even though you're not entering on it on TradingView.
Perfect. Got you. Okay, now I understand. Okay, let's get to the real deal here now. Let me see.
Yes. I think
Okay, one question
Mhm.
before we go into the Ninja one, because we almost covered everything. One question: is there a way in Ninja to remember that you said, okay, we're waiting for the candle to close, let's say break the high and close above it. And if it does, then we create a limit order that says, okay, only when it trades back, is there a way to set it up so that it's multiple steps? Step one, it needs to close, the candle needs to close. I mean, can we automate that in NinjaTrader? Meaning, if the candle closes, I don't think we can do it. I don't think you.
There's a way you can do it, but it's not going to be easy. You'd have to know how to you'd have to know how to code in C plus or .NET. So I'm not sure if you're a programmer at all, but I've tried to program it myself. Or the thing with C plus is that it's a complicated language. It's not like Python where it's kind of easier and you can automate things. You would have to. There's a way to do it in NinjaTrader as well. There's a strategy creator, but I just don't know how to do it properly.
All right, all right. So
I,
just so you know, just so
yeah,
you know. Wait,
yeah,
wait.
yeah. In the future, I would like to have something automated like that. It's a great idea, but it's hard putting it together. Like unless you have a programmer that can program it for you. I have a programmer that used to do coding for me, but he's also not good in C plus. He's good with Pine script, so he creates my tools here, like these tools that I have on TradingView. He helped me create these tools, but it's not. It's a little more difficult for him to convert it over to NinjaTrader.
So let me tell you a funny fact. I started my career. I was a C plus. It's called C plus plus. I
Yeah.
was a C plus plus expert. I still know how to program in C plus plus. I don't do it because I became a manager, but I still know. So you know what? Well, let's see. Maybe we can do something together.
Yeah, no, definitely. Maybe you
That's how
can.
I started my career. Today nobody knows how to do it because then there was the .NET and JavaScript and other languages. But C plus plus is the basic. And I used to be. That's how I started my engineering career. I was an expert back then.
Oh wow. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
So
Yeah. So we'll work together to automate the strategies then. We'll automate the
yeah,
work.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely, we can do it.
Yeah,
Um,
you're the first person that I know that is, because C plus is, it's a traditional foundational, I guess, like code language, but a lot of people don't really go to C plus anymore. They do to Python or the stuff that's more popular now.
exactly, Python because only so it's again it's called C plus plus because there is C, just C, and then C plus plus added the what is called object oriented, but only financial like financial software these days are using C plus plus because, by the way, it could be either C or C plus plus, depends. They're very similar, those languages, but the reason, just so you know, is it's very efficient. And so it's a lower level coding and it's very efficient. That's why they use it because they need the speed. When you go to .NET, Java, JavaScript, whatever, Python, they are not as fast and you need the speed. So that's why. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let me understand what's going on. And then we dig down and yeah, we might be able to automate that for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely. Because once you get into automation, there's a lot of money in automation too. You can create strategies yourself and sell them and stuff like that. It's just that NinjaTrader uses C plus and C plus plus, and for some
Yeah,
reason, a lot of people don't follow C plus plus anymore. Or I guess there are people who do C plus plus, but they're more old school, right? They're like you. They start.
exactly. You need to be old like me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. It's
Eh,
working
the-
to your advantage now.
when the young generation, when the new languages appear, the Java, JavaScript, Python, I'm like, you know what, guys, you don't even understand how lucky you are because with C++, I don't want to get into it, but you need to manage memories and it's much harder. It's lower level, like I said, it's a lower level language, and you need to do a lot of things manually in the code. Whereas in those new modern uh, languages, everything is done for you in the background. So I'm like, guys, you don't even know how lucky you are, and it's good. You don't need to know. So I know more about what's happening behind the scenes, but it does. I don't care about this anymore. So it's good that if you have
Yeah,
a little,
it's actually happening behind the scenes. You
yeah,
don't have it
yeah,
there's no libraries to refer back to, like with Python. Like Python's easy. PyScript is easy. You can just refer back to whatever library is there. But with C++, like you said, you have to actually write the code to forward
you
it.
Exactly. There's something called memory management. So when you allocate memory to do your calculation or whatever, back in those days, in the C++ days, you, when you write the code, you need to allocate and then release it, because if you don't release the memory, then the computer lose memory, right? And in those Python languages and others, there's something that does it for you in the background.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
that's why it's less efficient, because there's something that automates you in the background. Whereas in C++, you do it yourself and make sure, so it's kind of more. But don't worry, anyhow, that's the old school stuff.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
We'll get to that a little later
yeah,
once
yeah,
you're
absolutely,
yeah, once you're familiar with everything.
yeah, absolutely. All right, so now maybe I'll share my screen, and you should, because I want you to see that my Ninja Trader is set up correctly, right? So
Yeah, exactly. I was going to ask you to do that. I
yeah,
think we'll set yours up and then I can walk you through setting up, the trailing stop and stuff like that.
so let me see how I do that. Um, 1 second. So I click share. Here it is. Is that what? So there's multiple. You see my screen, by the way?
Yes, I can see it. You're good.
Is that okay? Show me. Like I got lost here in the Ninja Trader. But you see on my account. That's good, right?
Yes, looks like it's all set up there. It looks good. Yeah, well,
One
let's see.
second.
One, two, three,
Yeah,
four,
let's do this. I'm
five
gonna.
accounts.
Okay, I gave you control. You can move my mouse now. So
Oh, okay. Okay, I see. So I'm on yours
yeah,
now. Okay, perfect. So right here, yeah, this is your control panel basically. And the screens that I have, is it only this screen that's sharing or is it going to show it if I open this?
let's see. Let's see.
Let's try. Okay, so chart.
Do you see the chart?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
Let's see, let's set it up here. So I'll set yours up like how I have it. Okay, I think it only has one screen here, so I can't see the chart.
Oh, okay, okay. Let me fix it. So I will do. What did I do? Share. I need to do screens. 1 second. 1 second.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to share the
Oh,
main desktop, like the whole desktop.
yeah, that's what I'm trying. But why it won't let me? 1 second. Entire screens. Okay, okay, entire screen. I think. Let's try this one. What do you see? The
I see a blue screen or
blue screen? Okay.
blue screen.
No. Okay. You don't see. Okay, you don't see Ninja, right?
Here, let me see. I see it on the bottom. It's there's like a toolbar below, but
No,
it's not on your
no,
screen
no,
there.
no, no. Okay, okay, no, no, I know. Here it is. Now you see. So now you see, right?
Yeah, it looks
Let
good
me.
now.
Okay, let's clean up. So the WhatsApp stuff. Okay, so now we have. Yeah, we should
Yeah, it looks good
and
now.
Zoom. Yeah. All right. So, back, you can take control, I think, right?
Okay, perfect. So I'll set this up for you so that you'll have everything basically set up exactly how mine is. So right here, you're gonna have this set up. It's active trader here. Okay. So I'll set up your screen where it's like mine first, and then you don't have Replicano yet, right? You don't have the copier, but it's
No. Yeah.
yeah,
I was waiting for you because okay, I'll tell you in a minute.
yeah. You don't need it. Well, do you want to do it now or do you want to add it? Because I'm
Yeah.
not.
I want to do it, but not using it right now.
Okay, yeah, sure. Did you did you pay for it already or not yet?
No, they have a 7 days trial or something. So uh, hold on. Do you see the screen
Yeah, I can
by
see
any
it.
chance? All right. So that's. Oh no, no, that's TradeSync. 1 second. The copier. Is this guy? No. 1 second. Where is the copy? I have here this guy, right? Yes.
Robots. Yes, there you go.
So I'll do it now, and I was already had my card ready. So replica, anyhow, product, right? And then I choose replica, right? Replicano.
Yeah, that one right there. And
And
then
one second. Okay, and I can do trial license, and I get 7 days, and then right. So if I do this, right, it won't charge me now at least.
yeah, I think it's gonna
Uh,
yeah, it'll just be the trial. So in the future, when you get the paid one, then you would use the code CodyKai20 and it'll give you, I think, 20% off.
yes, yes, yes. Let's do it. I did that. Cody, say it again.
Cody with the I and then KAI 20. It's not going to work now because
Yeah,
it's free,
probably.
but it'll still add it there. So
Okay,
that's how you use it.
but maybe to for the future. So then, uh, just do it quickly. Um, username, email address. Okay, that's good. Let's use this one. Password strong. Do I need anything? That's a. I guess I don't need to.
You're gonna so you'll need to do that to generate your thing. So let's go back to your Ninja Trader,
Ah, all right.
and then you will go to yeah. So let's go to your where it says tools. Um, Actually, go to where it says help on the right side. Go to third party licensing. And then for the vendor name, it's going to give you directions there, like what to put in the vendor name. So go back to the Flowbots window. I think it's already open. You can click on your window right there.
It's this guy.
There you
Yes.
go. So go to click right there where it says how to generate. You open it in a new tab so you could have it. You don't close that window. There we go. So yeah, put that right there where it says so vendor name. Put Flowbots, capital F, capital B on NinjaTrader.
Here. Okay.
Yeah, you can copy
Gotcha.
that. Yeah, easier.
Yeah. All right. So go here. Here.
Yeah, type in
Yes.
right there, Flowbots, and then or I think there's an extra space. Yeah, there we go. And then for
Yeah.
ID, you can put whatever name you want. You can put a lot, or you can put any type of name that you want to be defined as.
Let's do this. All right. And then submit.
Yes. Now copy that
Okay.
right there. Yeah.
Good.
And
So not. And now go back to here.
yes. And then yeah,
And
right there you could put the code, and then now
yeah.
you can set it up. Now it's good. Now you can place the order.
Okay. In the future, if I want for my laptop, then I can do. I guess I can add another one.
Exactly. Yeah. You'll just get another license, and then you'll do the same thing to set it up on the other laptop.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. I'll do it later. So place. That's verification of the email. We can close this guy for now. Check your email activation. I just did.
Okay, cool. You can
Maybe
probably
I need,
it again. Yeah, it probably
yeah,
worked.
Yeah, but maybe that's what the issue. I got the welcome email from them.
What was that? The World Cup email?
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
Wait. This is important. Add info. I need to remember because I don't even know password saved. Okay, good. All right. Okay, order received. So, okay.
So download the do you know which Ninja Trader do you have? Do you have 1.8.15
Eight.
or 1.6?
I can close this one,
Yeah,
right?
you
Or
can close it
submit.
out. Yeah, that one's good. It's you can close it.
You don't need to submit. Yeah, we did submit, right? Okay.
So let's
Uh,
yeah, valid.
this is 881.
Okay, 8152. Okay, so you'll
Yeah.
download the first one then, the one above.
Yeah. What do we do now?
Go back to Flowbots and it's gonna have the down
Ah,
there. Yeah, so
okay. So, where am I? It's not it, right?
think it's
No, that.
right. Yeah, it's there you
Hey,
go.
here it is. There it is. Okay.
Yeah, so click on the top one. There you go. Should be that one.
Okay. Oh, because this is for big. That's for 81, and I'm here. Yeah, you're right. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. So
Done.
you can leave that as is. You're gonna open
Okay.
through Ninja Trader. So now go back to your Ninja Trader window.
Okay. All right. Ninja Trader. Wow, this is man. I couldn't do it without you. All right.
And then go to where it says go to tools and then go to import.
Hmm.
Or yeah, go
Why?
to back export actually. Sorry, export, and then go to Ninja Script add-on.
What's going on? Nothing.
Should load up.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Okay, now go to export.
Oh, okay. Wow, man.
Oh, you know what? Go back to your tools again. Yeah, I don't know if it's supposed to be under import. Let's close that. Go back to your tools. Go to import again.
For some reason,
Yeah, for some
yeah.
reason, maybe you want to restart Ninja Trader. That'll probably fix it. So let's just close it
Okay.
out. Yeah, and then reopen it.
Okay, I need to copy that. Give me a second. Man,
For some reason, it's not. Let's go to export again. Let's click on that. It just looks different when you do it. So go back to Ninja Trader or Ninja Script add-on on the last one. Let's see if this is because usually it opens up a window where you can open up a file. Okay, so let's go to add. Let's see maybe if it'll let you add it.
mm,
No, this isn't the right one. Let me pull up my Ninja Trader. I think it's under import. You know, when I looked at your Ninja Trader, when you opened up the file, it looked like you were in safe mode. I don't know if you noticed that.
yes. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that might be the thing. It's because you're in safe mode, so it's not letting you install anything. You'd have to open up the app that's not in safe mode. So
Okay.
let's try to close it out and let's just search Ninja Trader. Yeah, because I see it right there. It says safe mode, right? Yeah,
Here it is.
yeah.
You're right. You're right. Oh man, I didn't even realize that. I think I still have it. No? No. Okay, hold on. Where's Ninja now?
There we go. Looks like it's
Oh,
open somewhere.
I,
Yeah. You might.
yes, yes. Yeah, hold on. Is it here? No. Man, this one can close. I'm gonna kill it and do it again. Log in. Yeah, now it's open all those. Yeah, so tools, import, please. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So let's go to Ninja Trader add-on. There you go.
You're right. You're absolutely right. It was the safe mode thing.
Yeah. That's why initially when you open it, it has nothing open. So I thought it was unusual because normally it has all these windows open. So there we
And I
go.
need to take this guy,
Yeah,
the
open that.
replicant.
Yeah, open up that folder and then you'll be good.
Do I just choose the zip file or?
Yeah, yeah, it'll
Yeah.
unload for you. So
It knows how to do it. All right.
there you go.
Ninja contain. Okay, authorize. Yes. A new add-on to import. Compile. Dude. Wow. Listen. I'm telling you, this is very old school.
It is.
Yeah, and they don't want to. They don't want to change it. They probably. Okay. Now I need to restart, I guess. Right.
Yeah. So now you'll restart your Ninja Trader again.
Uh, Without saving. 1 second.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, you can
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
yeah, we'll set it up later once you're
Yeah. 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 Exactly. Yeah.
once you actually have it on your platform.
1 second. Favorite. Okay. Lost it again. Oh, I
Oh,
saw it
right here.
somewhere.
It showed up. It might be that first one.
This one. Oh, okay.
Just not the label.
Yeah. Yeah. I know why, by the way. I think I know why. Because I pinned the safe version. I need to pin.
Oh yeah, because it thinks it's the other one. Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Do unpin for now. Yeah, here it is.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so
That's it.
let's set up your chart real quick. So let's go over to the where it says market analyzer. Let's close all the stuff that we don't use. So close that one.
This one closed, the market analyzer? Yeah.
Yeah, close that.
This one close.
Yeah, close that one. Super dumb. We don't need it.
Super done. Close. Come on. Yes.
That one
Wait
on
a
the
minute.
bottom.
Let me fix the screen here. Again, Ninja Trader. This chart we don't need,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
just close it. We'll reopen everything fresh, so it's like it looks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Those, yes, that's it. We left just this.
Right. Okay, so
And you,
yeah, go to workspaces and we'll save a workspace. So or we can just leave it as is. I think at the end when you close it out, it's going to ask you to save it. So we'll do that
oh,
once we
all
set
right.
everything up. So let's go to your connections first and let's turn on your accounts.
Oh, you think that,
You might have to yeah set up the Apex accounts again. I think it might have you probably have it saved on the safe account or the
yeah,
safe.
you're right. Yes. You do this, add. Okay, man.
I think you'd have to change it to
No,
the you change it to Tradeovate, right?
no, yeah, but they don't have it. So the way
Oh.
that they explain is you choose this guy,
Oh, okay, okay. It's the same
Ninja
thing.
Trainer, and then you do add. And now I just need to give me a second here. No, it's in Apex, right?
Yeah, it's right there. So you can just copy it from there. Your
From
login
from
information.
here?
Yeah, it's the same login information.
Oh, okay. All right. You're right. So that's one. And now I'll get it from here. So here the apex, because this is recorded. So good. So
Gotcha.
no one can see.
That's
All
nice.
right.
You get that.
Yeah.
That's useful. Okay, so let's go over to click OK. Just change your connection name. Let's change it to like Apex. On the top right there where it says connection name on the right side,
Ah, you're right.
let's let's just yeah, rename it and then click
And
apply down at the bottom.
okay. Okay.
Cannot be saved.
No, and there's something here. Let's see. I'll do it again. Ninja Trader,
But let's delete
Apex.
all the old ones because maybe those old ones or yeah, maybe that's good. Is that good? Oh, okay. So let's go over there to it's the ones that you created below. See where it says Ninja Trader 1? Click on
Yes.
that and then remove it. And then that one
And
to
this.
remove that one. There you go. You should be good now. So now click apply. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
There you go.
Awesome. So
Now
now, boom. Oh no, where do you see the accounts?
right on top of it, where it says Apex, you'll click on that.
Ah, it sometimes it takes a second, right? To
Yeah, because it logs into all the accounts, I think.
how do you? Yeah. Okay.
Think
I'm sorry. I'm just closing this guy. Going back here.
let's go back to your connections. Let's see if it'll have
Yeah.
a there if there's an error. Huh, that's weird. It shows no account. So let's disconnect where it says My Ninja Trader. Yeah, disconnect that one. We'll disconnect both. Let's do the other one and then reconnect it. Yeah. So now go back to Apex and then reconnect it.
Again. Okay. Please.
Go to your messages right there on the bottom right. Let me see what it says. Hmm. It's weird because it doesn't show your accounts there. Go to your accounts on the bottom, uh, right there. There you go.
Here.
It was on the wrong tab.
Yes. We. Yeah. You're right. Okay. Good.
I was confused for a second because I was like, it's just connected. So okay, it looks good. Okay, now that we have that there, go over to where it says new, and then type pick chart. Yeah, we'll pick that one first, and then click the drop down, and then pick YM, the second option, and then click OK. And then on the top, there's gonna be an active trader button. It's gonna be
Uh,
it's gonna be like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, seven, one on the right. Click on that, and then
this one.
yeah, chart
Chart.
trader, and then the second option, chart trader. Okay, so this right here, this is where you're going to be having your settings set up. So see on the bottom, on the middle where it says account. Right now it's on simulation. So if you want to paper trade on NinjaTrader, you can paper trade on here. So you can do everything and just practice. But in the future, if you want to select your Apex account, that's where you're going to select your account.
Yeah.
So
All
so
right.
so whichever one you have set up, that's where you're going to be have it where it's going to be set up. Now that you have this here set up, see on the bottom where it says ATM strategy.
Yes.
So let's click that click custom. This is where you're going to set up the automatic setup for your TP stop loss. So do you know you probably want to just start with one contract, right? Because you're going to be practicing. So in the future, you can always increase it. But you see right there where it says order quantity, that just means how many contracts you're going to be trading.
Hmm.
So since you have that right there set up, now for stop loss, you're going to set that to 20. And then for profit, you'll set that to 40. And then for the stop strategy, I'm assuming you want to use the stop strategy because that's what I use as well. You'll go to custom. You'll go to for profit trigger, you're going to set that to 30. and then you're going to set plus to 10. So what this does is when price reaches profit of 30 points, it's going to automatically move your stop loss and profit to 10 points. Does that make sense?
Oh, wow.
So
So
you don't
that's
have
it.
it's like
It's
completely hands free basically.
Man, this is so different than E-Trade. So that's how the stop loss.
Yeah,
So
so once
yeah,
you reach 30 points, it'll guarantee you 10 points, but you will still go for the 40. So you go for the full target, but you're protected your position at that point.
yes. Oh my God. All right.
So go to
So
save as template, and then we're just gonna save it. So in the future, you'll have it. You can put
let's yeah,
whatever you want to
let's
call it. Like
let's call it
I just call it 30 points or whatever, or 30.
yeah,
Usually I just
yes. Perfect. 30 ticks, right? Makes
yeah,
sense?
that makes
So
sense.
it tells me no, you know what? I'll do this to remind me as I do trailing after, right? Is that right? After 30, right?
Yeah,
Makes
that's
sense?
perfect. Yeah, there you
All
go.
right. So, and now, okay.
There you go. And
So now,
so now go to save this template
yeah,
now,
yes, exactly.
and you
And
can
let's,
call this like 40 target, 20 stop or something like that.
yeah.
Whatever,
And you know
like
what? I'll do 20, 40, and trailing stop 30. That's how I remember it,
oh
right?
whatever is easier for you.
Yeah, well, that makes sense, right?
Yeah,
20, 40, and we have a trailing stop after 30, right?
exactly. So in the future you'll be able to create, multiple templates. So like if you ever use a different strategy, uh,
Absolutely.
you can always reset it that way. So yeah, now click OK. Okay, perfect. So now whenever you enter a position, like say for example, if you enter a buy or a sell here, it doesn't matter which direction, right? If you were to enter a position, it will automatically set your target and your stop loss. So you don't have to type that in. It's just automatically set up. And then
Perfect.
when it reaches profit, it'll automatically trail your position.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is just this is if you want to trade on here, you can trade on here. I'll show you an easier way.
All
Uh,
right.
so I'll show you the way that I do it. So let's go back to your main control panel again on NinjaTrader,
Yeah.
and then click New,
Dude, I want to do exactly what you do. Yeah.
and
So
then go
what?
to Basic Entry, first option.
Yeah.
So this is even easier. So the same thing right here. You'll see where it says limit. Yeah,
Yeah.
click the drop down, or I'll show you right now. So let's go to
Yeah.
instrument, and we'll type in YM, or click the drop down. The instrument on the bottom left from it.
Yes.
Yeah, so there you go. Type in YM right there. Go to your ATM strategy. You already saved it, so it should be there already. Right there.
Oh, you're right. So
There you
here. Yeah.
go. So this is how I enter a position. So like, say for example, price is going to say we're looking for an orb entry, right? And I say, okay, our entry is going to be, or the orb high is at 45,000, right? So
Mm-hmm.
what I do is I go right there where it says limit, that middle
Mm-hmm.
box, and I type in 45,000. And then so whenever like you said, whenever it closes past it and you're ready to get in, all you do is you click buy or sell. See on the right side, there's a buy or sell button. So if
Yes.
you're going for a buy, as soon as the candle closes, you're going to hit, if for example, if it's a buy, you hit buy and then it'll set your order there. So all you do is the order will be set and then now you just wait. Once it fills, then you'll have your automatic target set up already. So everything is done. So this is basically, it's semi-automated, but it's, you just have to click buy or sell once the candle closes.
Okay, this is great. So okay, let me just summarize this. So okay, we got everything recorded, how to get to this one. And then I need to choose my ATM strategy, which we edit, and I know how to fix that if I want to change it. And then let's say orb or whatever. I'm waiting for the candle first to close, so we know that we have the catalyst requirement, right?
Yeah,
Now that the candle closed, and we know when it needs to retrace back. Let's say if it was 45,000, I put it here. And by the way, I'm simulate, so I can do that now, right?
yeah,
And then let's say if it's a buy, then so once the candle closes, I click that. And then by the way, do you use it or not? the confirmation.
I disable it because I don't want it to ask me. I want it to just go right away.
Exactly. We need fast. Okay.
Exactly.
Yes. And now let's see how it looks. So, and I'm simulation, so I'm not I'm not risking anything right now.
You know,
Um,
let's change the price because it's so far. So let's say let's cancel that. See where it says cancel, click that out on the top.
okay. All right.
Okay, now let's okay, perfect. Yeah, because market is closed right now, so it's probably not gonna fill. So let's change
Uh,
the order. Let's change it to 45,460. So it'll show up on your chart.
okay. 45, 460, right?
And then it'll click buy.
And buy, right?
There you
Okay.
go.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah, let's click on your chart now. And you can see that there's your pending order is waiting there now to be filled. So say for example, the orb was at 45 460. When price comes down to fill it, then this, it'll fill, and then from there your target and your stop loss will be automatically placed, and then you'll have your trailing stop ready as well.
yeah. Oh, that's why it canceled it because there's
There's no market. Yeah, the market's
no
closed.
market. But like, so let's just do it one more time.
So you know how it shows up on your chart there? It's also going to show up on your trading view if you're logged in.
Ex exactly. So this is the candle that this is the catalyst, and now we're waiting to trace back here. Then the order is filled, and now we're waiting for, and then the automation of the stop loss and everything is
Exactly. So right now it's just one line, but once it comes and it touches it, then it'll put two lines for your target and then one line, another line below for your stop loss.
oh man, I waited for this right moment for so long to know how to do it. I'm
It's so
like,
easy. Like, yeah, it's so easy.
yeah,
Once you do it, your mind's gonna be blown because you're like, oh, it does all the work for you, basically, once you get
I
into the
I
position.
keep I keep joking with Sam. I told him, if you can do it, I can do it. I keep just
Exactly.
when I see. Um, Perfect. Right. So that's all we need to do. No, right, buy and sell, and that's it, right?
Yeah, and I'll show you. So let me show you the copier now. So let's go over
Oh, yeah.
your control panel. Let's go to new, and then on the bottom it says flow bots. Go to that one. And
Wow. Yeah.
Capilano. Okay, so right here, there's just a warning. It tells you you're
Yeah.
responsible. So right here, you'll select your instrument, which is YM on the left side.
On the left side is yes. So yeah, we always want. By the way, this is what's 925, do you know?
That's the contract. So it's the September 25 contract.
Oh, and every do we need to change that every
Yeah, so it's gonna roll over. Right now, it is in September. Once it reaches, closer to that date, we're gonna roll over to December. It changes four times a year, the contract.
okay in December, but you need to manually change that, right?
It'll have a pop-up. So like once we get closer to
Ah,
that date,
okay.
trader will pop up and it'll ask you, hey, like, do you want to roll over? You're like, okay, yeah, roll over. But yeah, I have it automatic, so it just rolls over automatically. Once you get that first, and I'll show you how to roll it over too if you needed to do it manually as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so right here, this is how the copier is going to work. So it shows your leader account. If you have it set to SIM 101, this means that whatever your SIM account does, the other accounts will copy it. Okay, so don't turn it on now because
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
copied all your accounts. So right now it has set it to exact quantity. That means like whatever contract size your SIM does, it's going to copy. If you want to have it set to a specific number, like for me, for example, because I'm trading a lot of accounts, right? You can click that method, the drop down, and then for what I use pre-allocation. You don't have to use this if they're all the same account, but for me, I have different account sizes. But you can go down to where it says pre-allocation, the last one. And then right there, see the pre-allocation, you can set the exact contract size. So like say you have one account, you take one contract, one account, you take two contracts, one account, you have three. You can just set it there manually. But if you're not doing pre-allocation and everything is the same account, you can just do exact quantity. It'll just do whatever your main account does.
How do you remember which one is which for
Uh,
you?
well, it's the same thing like how yours is. Like I have it preset already, so I don't have to set it up every morning. Like
No, I'm saying so for me, I don't need that because I'm gonna do this, right? Everything is
yeah.
gonna be the same. But for you, when you manage others here, how do you remember this account? Because the name doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, yeah.
How
So
do you know? Yeah.
So you know earlier when you set up the account, when you had when you put the name for Apex.
Ah,
So I put a specific name for that account there.
got you, got you. Oh, so you can change the name. Okay, okay.
Yeah, you can change the name individually.
I
So
did.
so
Okay.
now that you have this set up to turn on your copier, see right there where it says on. There's like a
Uh,
dot.
this one?
No, it's right next to where it says account. So go up to the middle, right there on. So let's just click on it. It's gonna turn green.
Got you.
So,
So,
yeah. So when it's on like that, this means that okay, they're hot. You know, they're ready to go. So
so I want it this way, for example, right? Like one is the leading.
okay, yeah. So you have one.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. When you're trading your actual accounts, yeah, the one would be leading because you wouldn't be trading on the sim. You'll be trading on the actual.
Yeah. So, for example, right now, one is the leader, and this guy's gonna follow, right? One, two,
Exactly.
two, three, four, five. That's all I want to do it, right?
Exactly. So
Um,
whenever one does, they're gonna copy it.
so now it's hot. Like if I do something now, I mean, obviously we can't, but if I would, okay, now it's hot. But um, okay, what's the next step? That's it,
Next step.
and
So see right there where it says ATM. You have it cut off. It says ATM copy. It's the triangle. It's a
uh,
second box. It's right in the. It's a triangle. Right. Yeah, there you go. ATM copy right there. So right there, you want to enable all of those triangles. What this does is it's going to copy all of your targets. So like say for example, you enter up to a position and
mhm,
you know you have your target for your stop loss and your stop and your
yes,
target. So if you have this here turned on, it's going to copy the same targets. So if you don't have this turned on, what's going to happen is the following accounts, they're just only going to close out. So say for example, your 01 account, it closes, then they'll close too. But the thing is you want them to close at the same price, right? Because you want the same profit across the accounts.
exactly. We want copy all the way. Yeah.
Exactly. So like now that you have this on, this is gonna be it's gonna copy the same target. So like say for example, you get in at 45,000, your target is 40, right? It's gonna all of these accounts will have the same target at 45,040. And then
Uh,
another thing for this too is, you know, say for whatever reason you get disconnected. Say the first account gets disconnected because the other accounts have the targets already in place, even though it's disconnected, they're gonna get pulled out once the target is reached. So it's a safety precaution.
nice.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, so whenever you enter a position, what I always do is I always once it's done, like your main position, see where it says flat and all, I always click on that. Even though I know the positions are out, I always click on that to make sure everything is closed out. So what that does, it just closes all your positions.
When do you do that?
As soon as the target's hit. So say for example, you know, your 01 account hits the profit target, I
Uh-huh.
always go there and I just click flat and all just to be sure that everything closes out.
So once you're out of the trade, you go here and do this.
Yeah, and then it'll close out all of your positions. It'll flatten everything out, so there's nothing active.
Okay, so that just makes sure that nothing is active, but the configuration stays on.
Yeah, the configuration stays on. If say for whatever reason, if it has a connection issue, the green dot will be yellow. So just that's
Mhm.
a, and if it's red, that means that it's been disconnected. So that should never happen, but just so you know, in case you see those colors.
Yeah. Now, technically, it shouldn't happen because they're all apex. So if one works, it should work for all the others, technically, right?
Exactly, yeah. The only problems will be with like other firms or other accounts, you know, if you're trading different accounts that have connection issues.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because Replicano can work on whatever I have in NinjaTrader, right?
exactly.
Whatever I'm connected to. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you have logged in. So it'll show the color there. You shouldn't have any problems, but just in case if you do, you just know how to close it out.
Let's put it this way. Now I have 8. The next step is to have I don't know, probably the 20.
Yeah.
Uh, the day that I need your help to add the FTMO, first we're gonna go have dinner together and you know what I mean? Because that's a good days, you know, if I'm gonna add, but that's how we're gonna do it, right? We're gonna have FTMO here as well, right?
So
And
the thing with FTMO is that they're not on NinjaTrader, so that's going to be a totally separate platform.
ah,
That's why I always tell people don't worry about that because that's going to be separate. That's why for that one I can only swing trade. I can't do day trading because it's not going to copy. It's too much work to have multiple platforms.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
So I have separate platforms for just NinjaTrader. It's Apex, Tradeify, Perdia, and a couple other ones. But for FTMO, that's only for swing trading. So it's just I set the order and I don't really I pretty much execute the trades on my phone because it's just I have it separate.
And which, so what do you use for them? The
Uh,
FTMO?
they use MetaTrader 5 for theirs.
Oh, that's so they have their own platform.
Yeah, it's a different platform, totally different.
All right, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's it. That's the Cooper. That's how you do it.
Pretty much, yeah, everything's pretty much done and good to go. You can like leave it alone. You don't even have to open it or you don't have to touch it. You just leave it as is. We'll just save the settings before you close out your NinjaTrader, and then in the future, when you open it up, it'll be ready to go.
Oh, but wait a minute. Now, because I don't want to have the copier, so
Yeah,
I should.
go on the top, yeah, toggle off. It'll turn everything off. There you go. Now you're good.
I can leave that, right?
Yeah, you can leave that. That's fine because it's not going to execute. So you can just always leave that on.
Yes, because they are all off. All right.
Mhm.
And now, um,
Yes. So
uh,
say for example on Monday, if you want to practice, you can always use a SIM account. You need to use a
y-
copier, but you can use Ninja
yeah.
to do
So
it.
so yeah. So that we can leave that as it is. Exactly. That's what I was about to ask you. But then, if I want to trade on Monday, here, that's what matters.
Exactly. Just make
As,
sure
as
because there's a lot of people sometimes they forget that it's not on SIM and they take the trade and
you
then
know
it's
what?
surprise.
I have an idea. Look, let me show you something. The leader gonna tell me if you think something wrong about what I'm doing. I'm gonna choose the leader as 8.
Oh yeah. So there would never be a there would never be a reason
Ye-
for you to make the mistake. Yeah.
Yeah, you see, right? Because now I really need to go here and not,
Yeah. Even if you
like
click one, it's only going to be that account. Yeah. Exactly.
exactly, right? Okay, good, good, good.
Okay, you're good.
So I'm good. Yeah, we have Ninja set, right?
Yeah, you're pretty much good to go. So now let's go back to your control panel. Let's close everything out and save it so that this will be good to go. Yeah, go right there, and then let's click the X button at the top. At the it's gonna ask you to save. So yeah, or no,
Yes.
click no first because it's.
Ah, yeah. So we need to
Let's
save.
go
Yeah.
to workspaces
Yeah. And
and yeah, futures, and then it'll save as right there.
damn, all right. So let's call it. Help me. Let's I use Sean. Your name is all over my computer now. I
No,
have, yeah, because when I save, I have my oh, you see here? Where you see here?
oh yeah, yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
because yeah, it's the Chrome. All right, let's call it uh let's default with copier, right? I mean, because that's what we have here. I call it the default with copier. Yeah, all right. And now we do this.
Then click
Do you
yes.
want to save? Yes.
Okay, now
Good.
let's reopen it and it should be all there. So you don't have to worry about it.
I need to, but now I did it easy because it's in my favorite. Favorite. Ninja Trade there. Okay, it's this one. Copy password. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. And then, yeah. So,
Yeah, now you go to your control panel, you just have to log into your account. You can have it automatic. So we could you would go to connections or you're just using
uh,
this, right? Yeah, because if you want to have it automatically logged in, you can go to configure on the
here.
yeah, and then go to Apex
Exactly. Yeah.
And then if this is if you want, so you can do, yeah, connect on startup. That's if you want. I
Yeah.
don't have it connect on startup because I like to do it manually, but if you want to have it automatic, you could do it.
You know what? Let me think about it. I'll do it.
Yeah, because for
I
me,
mean,
I have so many
yeah.
accounts, so I have to like check and
Yes.
make sure everything is on. For you, it's just
e-
one, so you'll
Exactly.
know. Yeah, you'll
And
know.
then, and if I go here,
But you already have it open, I think.
okay.
Yeah, so
That's
you
why
can
it's
close
complaint.
that. Yeah, you can
Wait a
close
minute.
that.
Wait.
I think you have two open, so close that one.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
There you go. And then it's, yeah, it's right there behind it on the.
No, no, no. Okay. One second.
There you go.
It's
That one. Yeah.
the this one.
Yeah.
Okay. So wait, why I don't see
Oh,
anything?
for your control panel, I don't think you enabled your Apex accounts yet. You just have it. You set it to or you can leave
Ah,
it open. Yeah. Go to your control panel. You have it set up, but you didn't turn on the account.
okay. Okay. Good.
Yeah. So
Good.
so
Good.
when you log in the next time, it's gonna log in.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So
So
now,
there you go.
okay, here you go. Perfect. Exact number 8. Perfect. We got it. We got it. So,
Yeah, you're good. So now every time you log in, it's this is gonna show up. It's like ready to go. Like you can wake up at 6:30 and you're ready to go as soon as market opens.
okay. Um, I'm once again my headphones. Let me remove them. Um, Once again, Sean, what I'm gonna do is get these headphones. You don't need to see me anymore, so I'm gonna. All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good. I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Good. And now I'm with my. All right. Um. Dude, great progress with it. Great. Let's do. Right. We can move on. It shouldn't be too much. So we did the ninja. We did the copier. News. I think I know. Okay. News. I saw. I'll show you what you use, but maybe there's like where do you see your news?
It's so there's my FX book and then also Forex Factory. You can also see on TradingView now too. So if you want to look on this is where would look to be sure. But it also shows up on TradingView now. It's a new feature that they have. So if you go there, see on the bottom where there's like a black box. It's right below. Oh, there you go. Calendars. There you go. So right here you can you here. Let's see. What are my settings at? So go to go to.
Here. Oh no.
Let me see. I'm trying to figure out. I had my settings set up. I forgot how I did this because I had it set to it's just US settings. Okay. So on the top, see on the top where it says G20,
On the one second. One second.
a little higher. There you go. It says G20 right there. It's like a globe.
Wait a minute.
It's next to it. There's like a crown next to it. Just go up a little bit higher, a little bit higher, or to the left.
One second. Maybe I don't see it. Okay. 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 No, no.
Yeah.
You don't see, but
Oh,
the
there's something
zoom.
blocking.
Yeah, the zoom. There's okay.
Yeah.
Countries,
So,
and
so I
then
just click North America. Yeah, because that's all we care about. Apply. And then here it'll show you the news. So like for example, this morning it had the news right there, right? For non-farm payroll. So you can use this or you can use my FX book. It's up to you, your whichever preference. This is just a new tool. This is they just launched this like this week. So
all
uh,
right.
it's kind of helpful
So,
because it has everything there.
but are you saying that this is good enough too?
Yeah, yeah. Well, this is better because you go directly to the website. It's just if you want to just look through TradingView, you can do that too. But this is the website. So
Oh,
let's go up to the top where it has the calendar button. Because I just
is
have
it?
it set to US. Yes. Click on that. Or no, actually, let me go to my.
Oh, you want to just see the US. So,
Yeah, go to oh, there's a settings button next to it. You see it right there. And then I just I click none and then just click US, yeah. There you go. There you go. So
Perfect.
now you only see the new US news.
Perfect. And it's saved under my account. Perfect.
Perfect. Yeah, you're
We
good.
we got that. So because I want to help, if I see anything
Oh,
news,
dude,
I in the chat. By the way, you prioritize the YouTube chat. Not that I care, but
yeah.
I can type there too. But
No, you're fine. It's just so a lot of people don't really talk in the Zoom, so that's why like I'm usually looking at the YouTube first. But if sometimes there's a lot of people talking in the Zoom, so I'll typically look at the Zoom. So you can talk in the Zoom. It's just a lot of people don't talk, so I don't look at it as often.
all right. Quick explanation on MPSV2 because I know that you talk with Sam about it and
Yeah, sure. Let's do that. So are you looking at my
ah so I'm gonna where's the Zoom? So we're gonna do 1 second. Stop share. Okay, I see your screen.
Okay, so looking at my screen right here, I'll show you the MPSV2. Let me go and replay to here. Okay, so here's the criteria for the momentum pullback scalp. This is the long version of MPSV2. First, the first thing you want to do is identify the current direction of market. So you can see over here that price is below the pivots, the trend meter is red, and the pivots are angling to the downside, right?
Mhm.
So this is going to indicate that we're going to be looking for sells in the situation. So once you identify that, you can move on to step two. Step two, you want to identify the momentum and the direction of market. So right here, you can see the most recent momentum is a sell signal, right? So
Mhm.
we have overall direction, which is bearish. We're looking for sells. Then we have a sell momentum signal here. And this is going to confirm that we have step two. So steps one and two are met. Now we move on to step three, identify retracement against direction of market. So again, like we mentioned earlier, the direction of market is bearish, right? So in order to identify a retracement, you just want to see an opposite candle. So we have a bearish direction. We have a sell momentum right here. And now the next candle after it is green. So you're just looking for an opposite movement, right? So this opposite movement is going to be step three, where you identify the retracement. Now for step four, this is going to be the catalyst for entry. So once you've confirmed all of this, step four is identify confirmation of continuation in the direction of market. To identify that, you're going to look for price to breaking flows below the momentum. So see over here how this momentum signal has dropped and the lower point is right here. So what you're looking for step four is you're looking for a candle to break and close past that level.
Mm.
So see right here how none of these pass it, right? They pass it, but they don't close,
Mhm.
right? So right here, this candle closes past it, right? Because it breaks past it and it closes.
Mhm.
So as soon as this one closes, you would enter your trade as soon as the candle is closed. And we have the old settings here. So these are the settings like years back when the market was very slow. We're using 40-20 now, of course. So they're all going to be 40-20. And as soon as this trade fills, then next candle right there, the trade is now active. It's running. So there's no limit order here. This is a market order. As soon as the candle closes, you have to enter right away.
Mhm.
And that's the strategy right there. So again, first step, identify direction of market. It's bearish. Second step, identify momentum. It's right there. Bearish, sell. Step three, identify retracement. This is the retracement right here, this green candle. And then step four, identify breaking close past momentum, a continuation. And then once you have that, you enter right there, and then you just let the trade run.
Awesome. Quick
Yeah.
question. Quick question. Number two.
Mhm.
Um, what are the rules to know it's a momentum?
You're looking for the signal, so like the momentum signal.
So it's the okay because it's red candle, but also it's the signal of the yes the momentum
Exactly.
indicator.
Yeah, you want to look for the momentum. So the momentum is going to be the bar. So you have to look for that bar.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be such. I'm gonna understand so much more next in the following sessions.
Yeah,
All right.
and it's
Yeah.
so I try to simplify it as much as possible. So it's, it makes sense. There's logic behind the reasoning for the entry and for what we're looking for.
No, absolutely. Because the idea is that the overall direction of the market, we're waiting for some kind of retracement, but then we need to see another indication of the trend continues. That's why we're waiting for number number 4 exactly. And so it's even lower, and now we're saying, okay, now we're gonna take we got enough confidence, and now we're gonna take the trade.
Exactly. You're looking for a continuation. So you have price come down, retrace, continue lower. It's
Yeah.
very similar to the high-low break and retest, but so
Yes.
instead of getting in, because for a high-low break and retest, it would just be at this level right here, right? The lower low.
Hmm.
So same thing. It's just the entry is a little bit different.
Yeah, they are all very similar, those strategies, so that's good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Quickly, let's okay. I think I asked you just very quick answer. So when you define your liquidity lines,
Mhm.
how do you know them? Just
So to identify the liquidity, you're going to mark up the high lows that are untested. So for example, here, see how this right here is not
if
tested?
it's untested because it's by itself, we
Yeah,
don't.
it's never been touched before. So that's why I have liquidity there because typically, like, okay, so say for example, you've learned previous trading, right? If you were to enter a sell right here, typically a lot of people will place their stop loss at the swing high, right? Which would be right
Mhm.
there. So that's why we have liquidity there because we're expecting price to come out and stop them out.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
probably identify that.
All right. Okay, good. Um, all right. Do you think that your indicator, I'm just curious, I'm gonna see it myself,
Mhm.
but those indicators could be used if I put them on a graph with the stock or crypto
Oh
in
yeah.
trading view? Yeah?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because it's all of the indicators and tools, they're based off the same foundation of all trading, right? Trend, momentum, volatility, etc. So like for example, if you wanted to trade something like Nvidia, right? We'll go to like a stock, Nvidia. You can see here the same strategy that I just showed you. Like so right now
Mm-hmm.
we just talked about the MPSV2.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you want to go back over here and we'll replay, the same exact strategy that we just talked about works here as well, right? Sell momentum, retracement, confirmation, same MPSV2 strategy, and it still works.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, it works on regular stocks. If you want to trade crypto like Bitcoin, same thing, right? The same exact strategy again here. Let me just go back. It's the same strategy we just went over, MPSV2. Sell momentum, retracement, confirmation on this red candle right there. And then of course it still works. So it doesn't matter what you trade. It works on all assets because they're all based off the same foundation of just general trading in overall.
Perfect. All right. No, I mean the reason why I ask is because maybe from your experience, and by the way, now I understand why you don't use it for stocks because the I mean we talked about the tax benefit of trading futures, right?
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
all right. Trader things. I'm not, too. I mean, I have time probably, but it also costs some money. But um, at some point, I should choose the minimum plan, and because I do want to use it at some point, but I can wait with that, right?
Yeah, you don't need it now. Whenever you feel that you're consistent and you're taking trades consistently, then okay, use it. But yes, the cheapest option is that's all you really need. I use the cheapest option, so you don't need the
Okay.
other tools.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have extra tools, but I don't use them and I don't think they're very useful.
Okay. All right. Um, man, so much progress today. Thank you. Okay, imbalance. Just remind me. Okay, I understand when you identify imbalance. I understand that. We went over it, but just remind me, what do we use it for?
Yeah, so an imbalance, and I'll show you. Let's see if I can find a good example here of an imbalance. Let's go to like
Today there was some big ones I remember. Then.
Yeah, there's a lot of imbalances. So for example, right here, so we identify imbalance as basically it's like literally what it's called, imbalance. So there's an imbalance of price. So like for example here, see how price was going sideways right here?
Mm-hmm.
So when price goes sideways and we have this big breakout candle, it creates an imbalance of price. So like I'll measure it from here to here. And by having this imbalance right here, so say for example, price pushes up, right?
Mm-hmm.
The price pushes up, it creates the imbalance. Now that we have the imbalance right here, there's one of two things that will happen with the imbalance, right? Price is either going to come back down, bounce off it, and then continue up higher, or it's going to push below, mitigate it, and come back lower, right? It's just that when we have the imbalance here, this just it tells you that okay, price is going to have to come back to this point at some point in time. It doesn't have to come back right now, but at some point we're expecting the imbalance to come back to this area. So right here you can see how price came down. Now price is in the imbalance. At this point, this is where you're looking for a catalyst for price to either bounce back above it or for price to break below it and continue dropping. So this kind of works very similar to like the sessions, right? So like the sessions, we talked about how we avoid the sessions because there's manipulation. Same with
Mm-hmm.
the balance. There's manipulation here because what happens is price will sit here for a little bit. And then the market makers, institutions, right? They're going to be, they know retail traders, they like this, right? This is popular right now, like imbalances. This is like the craze right now. Like all the younger traders, they're trading this. So, the institutions are looking to make money off these new traders, right? Because most traders fail. So since this is a popular thing right now, you'll see our price kind of sits here for a little bit and then it fakes out. Sometimes it's very smooth. Sometimes it goes and it goes right off it, right? Today it wasn't because today was a high manipulation day. It was NFP. So price kept going back and forth. And eventually what I was looking for here, I was looking for price to either bounce off it and push up, or I was looking for price to break below like it did here and continue dropping.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much what happened there. And then it creates more imbalances as price continues to move along. So like price drops a little bit and then it creates another imbalance along the way. There's just the problem with imbalance is that it happens a lot. So you have to kind of identify what's a good imbalance and what's not a good imbalance or what's a not strong imbalance. Because so for example, right here we have the buy imbalance. And then once this is mitigated, there's another imbalance right here from this red candle and this green one, right?
Yeah.
So we
That's what you said to the imbalance inside imbalance, right?
Yeah, it was an imbalance within an imbalance.
Within an imbalance, yeah.
So right here, again, same thing. You're looking for the same criteria, looking for it to bounce off it, or you're going to be looking for it to break above and push up higher.
Yeah.
So right here, same thing. Price kind of goes along the way. You can see right there, it bounces directly off it, and it just keeps going further and further below. So that's what the imbalance is. It's not I mean, some people use it as a strategy, but I use it as a confluence mainly. So I just use it to identify, okay, if there's an imbalance here, then if I get a sell entry, somewhere down here, I'm confident because I already have a confluence that price bounced off here and it's likely to continue dropping lower. So
Okay.
yeah, that's how I use it.
Gotcha. All right. You mentioned NFP. What does it mean?
NFP stands for non-farm payroll. So it's the jobs data. That's the data that came out this morning, non-farm.
Ah,
So yeah, so normally every month, or this happens the first Friday of every month. Every month, Friday, for every first Friday of every month, they release the jobs data. This is the most manipulated day of the month. So this is the day that everybody looks for every single month, and this is where you usually see like the biggest moves. So the
perfect.
data was negative, and that's why price continued to drop today. It was,
Yeah.
yeah. It was a late reaction, of course. There was manipulation here. Like when we started this morning, I thought it was weird that price was going up, like it was going up, and the news was negative. So I knew it was going to come back down eventually, and that's pretty much what happened here. This price drop.
Yeah, it's crazy, and we talked about it because I listened to some podcasts also about more on the macro side, and that's what I wrote in the chat today. When there is bad news, then they have to reduce the interest rate, to encourage more, so people
Bending.
yeah, spending, and that's inflation, and they're gonna print money. So that's why the market, when the interest rate is low, then money flow into the market, and that's
Yes.
why the market goes. But then
But then, so that's why it's like a drunk man, you know. So at first they got, yeah, you know, everybody's happy because the interest rate is gonna be. It's another indicator that they're gonna reduce the interest rate. But then, then they thought about it again. I mean, that's my interpretation. But wait
Hmm.
a minute, that's actually bad news for the economy, that the
The
number
dollar
of
becomes
jobs.
cheap. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
The dollar is cheap, and then the dollar value goes down, so the market's gonna go down too.
yeah. So now, oh, wait a minute. So that's why it's a drunken man. You see those big green candles, and then boom, red, 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 red. But
Exactly.
okay, perfect. Thank you. Last question, which is not really much of a question. I'm not ready for swing trading anyhow because you know I don't have an account and I'm not you know I'm gonna if and when I'm probably gonna use what you do FTMO and stuff because of what you mentioned about their policies that you can hold right the trade open for a long time right
Yeah.
post swing. So all I'm asking, so I'm not there yet. It's gonna take time until I feel comfortable, but I definitely would like to learn from you. So when you talk about it in the sessions, or like if you're gonna maybe have a channel where you're gonna report, then I'm definitely gonna follow that. You know, just to learn the
Yeah,
swing, see
yeah.
how that.
Yeah, definitely. So, I'm glad you asked that because, initially I wasn't planning on really sharing it because nobody's swing trading, right? But now that you've mentioned it, I think when I do place my trades, I'll probably put them in the Discord. I might create a separate channel in the
Yeah,
Discord,
exactly.
so
Yeah.
it's
Awesome.
not going to be confusing with everything. But yeah, I'll just put it there with just the swing trades, just to give my pricing where I'm going to be getting it from. But
Perfect.
but they're swing trades, so their trades are they're gonna last a long time. Like they're gonna last days, if not weeks.
All right. Man, this was great. I one step up where I was. Yeah, I'm be ready for next week. Thank you
Perfect.
so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, it
Thank
looks
you.
like we covered everything. So
Yeah,
yeah, if you have any more questions, Lad, feel free to reach out.
yeah. Thank you for all the patience, the time, and I'll either see you at the club or see you in Zoom.
Right?
All right. Okay, buddy.
All right,
Thank
brother.
you.